Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session called Learn Now, 4 Keys to Business Growth in Economic Strain. Excited to be here to chat with you about some things that you can do to help grow your business in these challenging times. My name is Andrew Frazier, and I'm outsourced CFO and work for Small Business Like a Pro, and look forward to sharing some information with you. Let's see if I can jump in there with you. Hey, everybody. Just to move forward, just wanted to introduce myself a little bit and give people a chance to come and join us this afternoon. First, my name is Andrew Frazier. Spent a lot of time working with different businesses in the areas of business strategy and financial management. And over the years, gathered a lot of experience from training and other work experiences that I bring to the table for entrepreneurs and business owners. And one of the things that I've learned over the years is there's certain challenges that many entrepreneurs and business owners tend to have. And went and put that information into my book, Running Your Small Business Like a Pro, that really outlines some of the key challenges, but also solutions to the key challenges with examples of business owners that I've worked with and how they've implemented those strategies to grow. So today we're going to talk about being able to grow your business effectively in the challenging times. Given what's going on right now, it sort of feels like you're looking over the side of a cliff. It's hard to tell what's going to happen right now. Things are changing every day. The government's coming out with different things. You're getting all these statistics, and it's hard to prepare and understand what's going on. But as a business person, you still need to figure out how to be successful in business and how to overcome the challenges. I know some of you out there as business owners are facing a lot of challenges. Depending on what type of business you have, you may be closed. You may be open partially, as many restaurants are. You may be emergency services, so you're open full-time still, like many manufacturing companies. So everybody's in a different situation, but it's key for everybody to still look at doing things in terms of planning and strategizing how they're going to overcome the current situation. Just before we get started and go too far, wanted to just get a chance. If you're out there joining us, feel free to say hello. Let us know what type of business you have, any types of challenges, if you're open, and let's try and keep this interactive as possible. So what we're going to do today is sort of talk about the 4 keys to business growth in economic strain, but we're also going to do a Q&A, because definitely different people out there, you may have certain questions that you want answered. And along with the Q&A, we're going to make available to you a special opportunity. One of the participants is going to be able to win entry into a growth challenge, as well as for everybody, I have something valuable that we're going to make available to you in terms of being able to help to prepare your readiness to grow. So if everybody's okay, we can get started, but feel free to jump in, say hello, join me, and share with everybody who's here what's going on. So welcome, everybody. All right, so let's take a look. Generally, when I'm working with business owners and entrepreneurs and talking about how to grow your business, there's really 4 key growth strategies that you have to put into place. Because if you haven't done all of these, it becomes very difficult to grow successfully. So even in any situations, it's important to plan. You need to have a plan first off, because failing to plan is planning to fail. And being prepared with a plan. Sometimes when you think about business plans, it's scary because you think about a 50, 100-page document where you're talking about all kinds of stuff, but that's not really the business plan that I'm talking about. The goal is to really have a business plan that you're using that's going to be used. So, for example, it could just be bullet points laying out exactly what you plan to do. It's just that you want to write out an understanding of what your next steps are and where you're trying to go and what your goals are. For example, I do my business plan in PowerPoint. So I do it in different slides. Some people like to write theirs out. Some people like to use tools online. So whatever works for you is key. The most important thing is you just have to be able to use it. A business plan is no good if you don't use it. So definitely starting out with your business plan, putting that together. The second piece is marketing. Marketing's critical. It's actually one of the, if not the most important pieces of being able to grow your business. But a lot of people don't fully understand what marketing is and what it isn't. One of the key things is marketing is really a strategy rather than tactics. You think of tactics as, posting on social media, advertising, PR. Those are all tactics, but marketing's really about creating a strategy around what you're doing that needs to be aligned and consistent and reinforcing. So when you invest money in marketing, it's not a one-time investment. And as well, when you're investing the money in marketing, it's a coordinated strategy so that you're really focused on not just what you're doing now, but over time, and building a relationship as opposed to trying to be transactional. The next piece is capacity, building capacity. Do you have the capacity to deliver the products and services that you're making available? So, developing capacity is key. It's part of your growth plan, and it's important, one, not to build faster than you can afford to build, but you also have to be able to deliver on your sales and your promises. And they talk about growing too fast can put you out of business just as quickly as growing not fast enough. And a lot of reason for that is because your cash flow, you have a lot more cash going out quicker than it's coming in when you're growing. So maybe you're making more profits, but your investments are exceeding the level of profits. So when you're building capacity, you have to be very careful to plan for your cash flows, for the timing of your cash flows to make sure you don't run into problems. And then finally, tracking. It's critical to track what you're doing so that you can make the best business decisions possible. A friend of mine was interviewed because they were a great business person. And they were asked, okay, well, you're a great business person. Why are you such a great business person? And they said, because, I've made bad decisions and I've learned from them. So one of the keys is learning, but one of the ways you learn better and faster is tracking, because the better information you have, the better decisions you can make. So the more often you see what's going on, you can make adjustments and you can figure out how to avoid and anticipate challenges so that you can run your business instead of having your business run you. So traditionally, these are the key strategies for growing your business. But given what's going on now, it takes more than this. As we're in a pretty difficult situation. It's difficult to grow under normal circumstances, but it's even more challenging now. So, what are you going to do? You're looking out there and you see demand is shifting, demand is decreasing. People are distracted, they're scared, and there's a lot of economic uncertainty. So, how do you deal with this as a business owner? How do you make the most of it, figure out how to move your business forward and how to grow? There's always going to be ups and downs in business, but that's just part of being in business. So just like all the other times, with this, it's going to pass. And coming out on the other side, things are going to be different. Many things are going to be different in the way we live, in where we are, in what we're doing. So because of that, your business may need to change to fit what the market is. So the first thing you need to do in this situation is not panic. I know it's hard because, you start getting less money in, you start seeing sales drop, you start seeing your bank account drop, you're wondering what's going on, what you can do. And, I emphasize because for many people, it's going to be very difficult and is very difficult, but you have to make the most of where you are. You have to work from where you are to improve upon your situation. So there's a few things that you can do now, given the current environment, that can help you, pick up your business sooner, but also prepare you to come out of this environment quicker and better. So the first thing you can do is, as far as planning, with your plans, you need to reevaluate them. Okay? Are my goals reasonable for where I am now? Assess where your business is. Where are you in terms of, where your business is, where your customers are, where your finances are. Just taking a look at where you are, thinking about where you want to be again, and reevaluating your plan, adjusting your goals, but keeping a future focus, because it is the near term. There's a lot going on, but you still have to think about the future. So many people have extra downtime right now. I know I do. Clients that I'm working with, when you have more downtime, that gives you time to plan, time to think, time to make sure you're getting some rest, make sure you're getting some exercise so that you can prepare for coming back strong, and you can be more creative and think about what is it that I need to do and can do to move my business forward and grow this year. So, as far as planning's important. And a big piece of it is, what is my marketing strategy going to be given what's going on? And part of reevaluating your plan is, number one, from a market standpoint, your clients or customers, either B2B or B2C, they're going to have new desires, new wants, and new needs. So you have to figure out, are your products still viable? Are your products and services that you're delivering still viable given this new environment? And is this a short-term viability, or is this longer term? So definitely thinking through, how viable are your marketing products these days? But also, not only that, change creates opportunities. So as far as opportunities, looking out there at what are the challenges people are facing and how can you meet them? For example, different businesses are retooling to make medical supplies. So you've got GM, you've got larger companies doing that, but you also have smaller companies, shifting to make masks, shifting. You've got your restaurants shifting to delivery because because they can't have sitting. So thinking about how can you shift what you're doing to better address what's going on now, and look at opportunities. I've talked to some businesses that didn't distribute medical supplies before, but started now. Different things that you can do to help people through this situation, adding to your business. For example, one of the things I'm doing is starting to communicate information about how businesses can obtain financing through the different programs that are coming out and also be able to manage cash flow better. So shifting gears a little bit and doing something slightly different, and positioning it different can be key in this market environment. You have to assess your value proposition. How strong is what you're offering relative to what's out there, relative to the needs and the challenges people are having. On the capacity front, you want to be even more conservative. You want to be careful about investing too much money in advance of the results. So, in this environment, you want to be more conservative. You want to watch every dollar, and you want to make sure that every dollar is an investment and you know what you're expecting to get from each dollar. And then finally, on the tracking standpoint, you really have to manage your cash. Cash is king, queen, joker, and ace at this point in time. So you have to make sure that you are managing your cash flow. So those are some of the key things you need to do. But at the end of the day, take this time to plan. Take this time to think about the needs of the market and how you can provide solutions to those challenges, and think about how you can more effectively reach your target market. So right now it's all about planning for the future and marketing as effectively as you can by making adjustments, being flexible, figuring out what people want and need right now, and figuring out how you can deliver it. So, hopefully that's helpful. It gives you some ideas, some thoughts about what to do, what not to do. But definitely start with the plan, start with marketing, careful on building capacity and investing money in things that aren't going to give you a quick return. And then finally, you have to track your cash flow every day. So that's an overview of what we wanted to talk about, the 4 keys, but really wanted to answer your questions and chat about what we can do to help you in what you're doing, what you're thinking about, what you're seeing, what your clients are seeing, and what strategies might be more effective to work on these days. So please, if you're on, take a second, introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about what you're seeing as challenges in the marketplace as well as opportunities. So opportunities in the marketplace. Okay, so one of the things that we'll start out with is one of the questions that I was asked today, was when you've got several different ways to get financing as a result of the new of this situation, and it's very confusing about what your options are. So, one thing that you've got the government coming out with the SBA disaster financing, which is specialized financing. It's through the SBA directly rather than through a bank guaranteed by the SBA, which is what is generally done with SBA loans. So, they've put together that program and has certain rules. But also here in New Jersey, the New Jersey EDA has about 6 different programs for business owners, some grants, some loans, and understanding each of those programs. And then New Jersey Community Capital has additional programs and plans based on what's going on in the marketplace. And then finally, you got UCEDC. They're a micro lender and a CDFI, and they have some small business programs that are specifically tailored to the current environment. So all those different ones, that's an opportunity to help people. There's a need there. Also, if you look at people are home. People are home, have a lot more time online, a lot more. One of the huge things that happened was DJ, forgetting the DJ's name now, but he did a house party, a 6-hour house party on a Saturday evening that thousands, or actually probably a few million people turned into. So he was able to take his skills, take his expertise, and really turn it into something that can solve a desire, a want, or a need for people. Okay. Thank you. D Nice. I should remember that because he's from my generation. But yeah, they call me D Nice. So that's another way, example of being creative and taking your skills and expertise to where there's a need in the marketplace. We talked a little bit about the needs in the medical field. There's a lot of different needs. So if you can sew, if you can, take care of things in that space, maybe there's a way to do that. Activities. People, like I said, people have a lot of time. What can you do to help people use that time more valuably? So if you're going to grow and you're going to move forward in this environment, you have to be creative. You have to think about what can I do and how can I apply it to the needs, the wants, and the challenges that are out there. So, I've got a few people here. I wanted to definitely, if anybody wants to input anything or share anything, actually also let us know if, how your business is faring, what you're doing as far as trying to deal with this environment, because that's important. And, just want to talk through a few other trends. What else is going on that is becoming a need, a want, and desire. So, of course, the medical area. Of course, entertainment. Entertainment is very important. This is shifting education. It's moving education quicker to being online. And what can you or your business contribute to helping, to providing education, helping, being involved in either helping educational institutions or organizations be more effective online, helping to develop education through what you're doing online. I'm putting together online university, so helping people to learn and develop. And if you create content, maybe you can use that as a way to train people or as a way to sell the content to other educational institutions, educators, trainers, because there's demand for that. Uh, as well, a few different things that are going on. People aren't going out, so exercise is important. One of my clients who's a trainer, they started doing online exercising course and specifically tailoring what they're doing to people who just need to do basic exercise to stay fit, because they can't get out of the house. Looking at food recipes, there's, it's difficult to be able to get all the different types of food that you want, all the different types of food that you've had. So different recipes, ways you can create food, things that you can do that are easy to prepare and that will make your food go longer, because it's important to be prepared, and people are worried about that. So wherever there's a worry, a concern, a need, a want, or desire, that's what you should be seeking out and figuring out, how can I satisfy it? Because that's what business is. Business is problem solving, and everybody has different skills and different capabilities. And the hard part is, and the important part is, figuring out what's the right fit for what you can bring to the table, and who is most likely to purchase what you're bringing to the table. So definitely want to focus on being able to grow, using and taking advantage of new opportunities are here. Some of the things that you've been doing may not work now, but that doesn't mean they won't be viable in the future. So you have to evaluate that and figure out, do you want to stick with what you have but maybe do some different things now? Do you need to shift gears totally and move into a new space? And how can I get through this challenging time in terms of cash, in terms of what I need to survive, and then make it out the other side. So that's really what I had to share with you today. Want to open it up to any questions. Once again, love to hear from you. Also, if someone would like to chat further about their situation or what they want to do, I do offer complimentary consultations through my website. So welcome to do that. And I've got a question here, actually. Okay, from Art out in Arizona. Thanks for writing in. So now, working out in Arizona, you guys just got a stay-at-home order. So definitely that makes things a little bit different. So you're looking to take your business online. What recommendations for online tools to host do you think would be helpful? So basically, what are things you need to do if you're going to try and take your business online? And actually, that's exactly what I've been doing over the past year. So great question, very timely. A lot of people are thinking about that. So, one of the first things that it's important to do is, I use Zoom. Some people use Skype. Some people use Microsoft Teams, but some type of video conferencing capabilities. Zoom is great. It's free for being able to use it, pretty decent amount. And then if you have a lot of usage, it's still like $15 a month. So it's not real bad. And that really gives you the ability to communicate with people, not only family and friends, but also for business purposes. And having connections with people is important now that we're caught inside, and really developing tools where you can do that. But starting with Skype or Zoom, things you want to do to host online meetings. Okay. Uh, so hopefully that answers your basic question. And then, as you're thinking about online, think about online marketing, online communications, ways that you can, share the value that you can bring to the table and the solutions that you can bring to different people who are out there with needs. Cool. Okay. Art, does that answer your question? Anything else you'd like me to touch on? Okay. Great. Okay, so as we're going, feel free to continue to ask questions. We'll follow up with that. But what I want to do is share a couple things with you about opportunities for that we're making available to you. So, number one is everybody who's participating in the session. What we're going to do is I've created a growth readiness self-assessment. So it's a self-assessment that helps you assess, how ready are you to grow, and quickly identify different areas that you need to focus on and develop so that you will be more prepared and more ready to grow. It's centered around the four key elements of the growth strategy, but it's helpful to have you think about what pieces that you have in place and what pieces you may need to have put in place or do some additional work on. So we're going to make that available to you. So that's going to be the growth readiness self assessment. Okay. And that's going to be available at my university, www.sbpro.com. Okay. And I'm going to give you a discount code or coupon code so that you get it for free. And what you'll call it is, what do I want to call it? Equal. So the discount code is going to be equal, all lowercase letters. Give me about 15 minutes. Once we finish, I'll set it up. And it's going to be available for 24 hours. So within the next 24 hours, you're welcome to join that. So, okay. And then, just to tell you a little bit more, if you'd like to reach out to me, my email address is andrew@pro.com. Okay. And so you can reach out to me by email. Not a problem. So definitely we can do that. And in addition, I put together a small business growth challenge. And this is a great opportunity for business owners because, one, there's cash prizes of $20,000 to be split by the winners. But even more important than that, the growth challenge is about helping business owners to learn how to grow more effectively. And one of the key things is developing the right plans and strategies. And by joining the growth challenge, you not only have a chance to win, but you have access to key tools, resources, and relationships that can help you grow your business. So I encourage business owners to join. I've created valuable content, valuable communities, and tools like the growth readiness assessment that I'm sharing with you, that are included in the growth challenge. You can learn more about it from our website for the growth challenge, www.sbprogrowthchallenge.com. And Equal Space is making available one complimentary registration for one of the viewers to participate in the growth challenge. So definitely appreciate you joining. It's great to have you here, spend a little bit of time talking about business, and hopefully I'll see you on the growth challenge. If you're participating, download the assessment, try it out. Feel free to reach out, let me know what you think, and thank you to Equal Space for giving me the opportunity to spend some time here live and chat about business, which is my favorite topic. So definitely thanks for joining me. Thanks to Kelly at Equal Space. She's worked with me to kind of figure out this YouTube Live, because this is my first time actually on YouTube Live, and the whole team there is really great. So look forward to working with them. They're also partners on the Growth Challenge, so definitely it's been a great session. So one last time. Okay, well actually I do see a question. What do you think is the most important part of the assessment? Definitely the most important piece, it's based on the 4 things that we had talked about, is marketing, especially for planning, market, within marketing. But marketing is the most important job that you can do as a business owner. And as a business owner, you need to be marketing for at least 2 hours every day. So definitely spending the time on marketing, learning how to market better, because that's the one thing that can help you grow your business and make you more successful in business than anything else out there. So learning how to market better. That's one of the key things in the Growth Challenge. I focus a lot on helping people to market better, because for small business owners, many times you may not have done much marketing. You may not know the key things about marketing, but the first step is, there's really 3 things that you need to know initially about marketing. Is 1, understand that there's a target market who's of people who are most likely to buy from you, and you need that target market to be as small as possible and focused. The second piece is it's very easy to spend a lot of money on marketing, but as a small business, you can't do that. You can't afford to do that. So you have to be very careful, and every marketing dollar is an investment. So think about where you're going to spend your money and be careful. I'm sure all of you have heard about guerrilla marketing. There's a book about it as well, but there's a lot of marketing things you can do that are very effective at low or no cost. So that's really where you want to start. So looking at marketing. The final thing is making friends, building relationships. Business is all about building relationships. People do business with people that they know, like what they stand for. So people can't do business with you if they don't know you or know who you are or what you're about. So social media does a great job of being able to communicate that through your social media profiles, through your posts, through your website. And it's very important to have yourself come through on those. and let people know about who you are so that you can be successful. So once again, my name is Andrew Frazier. This has been Learn Now, 4 Keys to Business Growth and Economic Strain. Feel free to reach out. You have my website or my email address there. Also gave you the website for SB Pro University where you can fill out and take the discount code and get access to the growth readiness self-assessment for free. And thanks, Art, for just sharing. Your network equals your net worth. So building your network is key. Build your network on LinkedIn. If you're not on LinkedIn, you need to be there. You need to be using it. If you're a business owner, there's no excuse for not being there and not using LinkedIn. All right. So if there's no other questions or nothing else, I'm going to sign out. I wish you guys much success. I know it's a difficult time. Hang in there. Try and do what you can. But remember, this too shall pass. And there will be opportunities beyond where things are now, but also there's opportunities in the midst of where we are. You just have to be creative and thoughtful and plan and think about marketing. So that's my challenge to you is figure out what people need and how you can provide it for them. Because even now, there's a lot of things that people need and that are willing to pay for. It's just many of them are different than what it was before. Thank you.